This video is advanced spook training from the ground. Here in another week we'll show you how to do it under saddle, then out on the trails. So first thing I teach the horses is how to round pin. So I want this horse to learn how to go left when I ask him to go left, right when I ask him to go to right, and how to, he didn't want to do an outside turn, he threw a little buck, but I'm going to keep working him until I get what I want. So I want an outside turn there. The outside turns have many benefits. I know a lot of people don't use them, but I do. And so now I got him going to the right, and I'm going to go ahead and ask him to do an inside turn right here. So I really want him to know how to do left, right, inside, and outside turns. And then after I get that done, I'm going to teach the horse how to face me. This is the beginning of it. Not going through every little step there is because it would be a 5-hour video. But wherever I go, he should stay where he's at, turn on the forehand, and face me. That's the round pinning part. In the advanced spook training, we're going to teach you, or we're going to show you how a horse can actually control himself when he becomes scared, excited, higher than a kite, without doing 180s or bolting, bucking, or anything else. So I start with one item at a time, and with the tarp, I'm just kind of tossing it side to side a little bit, and not directly at him to begin with, but just a little bit side to side. Then I'm going to go ahead and start tossing it at his front legs. If he did decide to bolt or take off, I just go back to round pinning, ask him to again face me, and just go back to what I was doing before he took off. And in this, he's doing pretty good. Secondly, I'm going to go ahead and start adding more items in. I'm going to do the tarp, and I'm going to start kicking balls. What I want him to do again is I want him to learn how to control his emotions, his fears, his spooks, his when he gets excited, whatnot. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a third item in, and we're just going to keep going in this order until I think I have enough items in there, and he just learns how to control his emotions or his fears. And there's no such thing as a bomb-proof horse, but you can definitely teach them how to control themselves when they do get excited, scared, nervous, or higher than a kite. This guy's doing pretty good. We do this in this video. There's two different horses that I do it with. Both these horses have been in training for about 30 days with me at this time and point, and I just wanted to show you where you can actually get your horses to. Now I got a fan in there, and I'm going to put a bunch of plastic baggies in front of it and let the fan blow the plastic baggies at him. As you see in this picture, again, if he was to take off, I'd go back to round pinning just for a little bit, not till he's like exhausted or anything, but just for a little bit. Here's the next horse. Again, this horse liked to do 180s. He broke, his rider came off, and his rider broke 5 or 6 ribs. So we just go back through the same thing with him. And again, it was really important to me that I'll show you with two different horses. So I'll start with one item, then I go to 2, then I go to 3, then I go to 4, then I go to 5, then I'll bring other people in, as you'll see later on, and get all kinds of things going on around him at the same time. Just so he learns when, those emotions come up. He's, this time he decided to take off, so there you saw me, I got him back around. I got his attention back on me. So we do these exercises so when he does get that way, spooked or scared or whatnot, that he learns how to control it, and you don't get hurt. So then I'm kicking the ball at him. I'm going to pick up the noodle. I'm going to go ahead and toss that at him. I'm going to be pretty careful to stay away from his face, but I'm only going to use soft items in case he spooks or my aim is off. So he decided to spook a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and put him back to work for just a little bit. He already been through the round pinning. He already knows how to face me, so I'll just automatically have him face me again. And then the owner of the horse is going to start working with it. He's going to start tossing the tarp at him a little bit, underneath him, behind him, in front of him. And then here, I'm going to go ahead and let the owner take place, and I'm going to go ahead and put the baggies in front of the fan and let the fan blow them a little bit. I'm going to kick the balls at them, so we got more than one thing going on at a time. We got the fan blowing the tarp, We got the baggage going on. The owner is far enough back where he can start tossing the tarp at him, and I'm tossing balls at him. So that's pretty good right there. And then we're going to go ahead and continue it in this frame. And he's doing pretty good. There we go. And that's the owner who did get hurt on him because he did a 180 and spun and took off. Now next I want this horse to learn how to go forward, how to walk, trot, and canter eventually, and how to go by anything that's in front of him without spooking, without getting excited. You know, just learn how to control it. So you went through the things that are flapping in the air from the fan, then I'm going to kick the balls at him and just have him keep going, and there he did pretty good. He didn't, you know, he stopped to see what it was, but he didn't do a 180, and he controlled his fears pretty good. You know, his emotions, he's controlling really, really well. So it's really good desensitizing to do with any horse. And there I threw the noodle over his head. Now he's going to go back through the wavers flapping in the wind from the fan. So you can basically use your imagination as much as you want in what you can actually desensitize them to. These are just some really good ideas for you and how I went about doing it. There he did pretty good. I, you know, threw the noodle over his back. Now I'm going to have him stand still and have him to stand there while they're waving, you know, in front of him a little bit, underneath him a little bit. You know, eventually to put 3 or 4 fans out there and do the same thing, and I'm going to do the same thing going the other way. This time it's really underneath him, and he's doing pretty good with it.
Good.
And there we got it behind him, and he's doing really good with it. And you know, these are all things you want to do. I got some balloons hung up there. I got some helium balloons in the middle. Now I'm going to put a couple more things in there. I got the tarp flap in there. And then I'm going to do it in front of him, or to the side and in front of him, which he's doing pretty good there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other direction. There I threw the ball. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get behind the tarp, I'm going to turn it on. And he spooked a little bit, but he didn't do anything about it. He controlled it. And he's doing pretty well there. And I'm going to keep that going, so then I'm going to go ahead and turn it off here in a minute. Right there, I turn it off. And then I'm just going to go ahead and turn it right back on. So it's kind of like a surprise. You know, a surprise just jumped out of the bushes. You know, if a jogger came around the corner, or a bicyclist came around the corner while you're doing this. And then here we go back to the other horse. You know, I'm just putting baggies in front of it. I got the streamers going. Just anything you can think of to do. And here next week I'm going to show you how to do all this under saddle, and then the month after that I'm going to be doing all this out on the trails, and when we go out on the trails we're going to film it, and I'll show you how to do all that out on the trails as well. And now we got different things going. I got the owner on one side throwing the tarp at him, I got the tarp waving in behind him, and I'm throwing the ball at him at the same time. So things were coming from at 3 sides, and he's just standing there. He's not reacting. He's just handling his emotions. You know, he's learning how to deal with them, and it doesn't mean reacting and taking off, bucking, rearing, or any of that other kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, subscribe to my YouTube page to see new videos as they come out. Thank you, and hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Move down just a little bit and go towards your shoulder a little bit.